What's up, guys? Marc from Beyond the Real here, and today I want to talk about James Harden getting traded to the Brooklyn Nets. You know, that is something crazy because now I wouldn't say it's like the Warriors because they don't have their chemistry yet, but this Brooklyn team, if everything goes well, is going to be scary. You know, I just been thinking about it. KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. Those are almost, each of them, they could easily be 30-point scorers on their team by themselves. Then you have Joe Harris that can give you, he can give you a good, probably 10 to 15 a night, if he really wanted to. But that's the thing I've been thinking about is like, who's gonna have the ball most of the time? I've been wondering that. Who's gonna have the ball, with Kyrie and James Harden? I don't believe, KD, I don't believe he really needs the ball in his hands to, put in work. Man, the dude's 7 foot, and he can get his shot off anywhere he wants to. 3-point, mid-range, layup, any dunk, whatever he wants. He's such a skillful player that I really do feel like KD doesn't need the ball in his hands like a Kyrie and a James Harden. So I was really thinking about it, and I'm hoping, I know things are going on with Kyrie Irving. I know he has stuff going on with his family. I don't know if that's true or not because, we've seen videos of Kyrie, with his sister dancing, not following the COVID-19 protocols that the NBA has in place. So it's kind of, right now, I'm kind of glad they got James Harden so he will fill that void when Kyrie's not there. But I really do hope, Kyrie can play at least 50 games in a season because we haven't really seen Kyrie Irving do that in a couple of years. So hopefully that actually does happen. But this Brooklyn Nets team, you're starting 5. You're gonna have Kyrie Irving. You're gonna have James Harden. You're gonna have Joe Harris. You're gonna have KD, and you're gonna have DeAndre Jordan. And that's one of the things that they're lacking is another center. Because they gave Jared Allen to the Cavaliers. And Karis LeVert, I believe, went to the Pacers, and I believe Victor Oladipo went to the Rockets. So I really do feel like the Rockets won this trade, especially, when they're planning for the future. I really do feel like they won the trade. I'm kind of selfish because I'm a Golden State fan, and I really want, them to do great this year. But, I'm not expecting much of it. I'm really expecting maybe a playoff. They get into the playoffs and then they lose first round, something like that. But I wanted them to go out there and get James Harden, but getting James Harden, you had to give up a lot, and there were reports, the 76ers, they didn't want to give up Ben Simmons. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the reports were saying, that they didn't want to give up Ben Simmons, but they would have to because the Rockets wanted a great player, back. With them. So, I believe the Rockets actually did get that with Victor Oladipo, and they got, a bunch of, I think they got 2 other players also, and they got a whole bunch of picks. So, I think the Rockets are loaded. They have a good team. The Rockets, they have a good starting 5 with this Victor Oladipo, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, Christian Wood, and PJ Tucker. That's a pretty good starting 5 in the West. So hopefully they actually raise their record because they're pretty low right now. But I hope the Nets can pull this off and actually be a challenge to the Los Angeles Lakers or the Los Angeles Clippers. You never know, there might be another team that can knock both the Clippers and the Lakers out. You never know, because last year it really proved a lot. Like it's really unpredictable, and I'm hoping for the same thing this year. As long as with COVID-19, I know when it gets worse, if it gets worse than what it is in the NBA, if the players aren't listening, then you're just gonna have to shut it down because the players aren't gonna be listening. Then that's gonna hurt the NBA. That's gonna hurt the players and their pay. So hopefully everybody can just follow these rules, and so we can keep watching the game of basketball because it's awesome. Like the Nets basically formed another super team like Golden State had with Clay, Steph, and KD. Now you have KD, Kyrie, James Harden. Those are 3 offensive scorers. Who are you gonna guard? KD can get a shot off when anybody's guarding him regardless. And you have Kyrie who can shoot from mid-range 3, anything. James Harden, he can make 20 points off of free throws. So what are you going to do? So this trade is, I think it's good, but I want to see it play out and see how Kyrie, KD, and James play together first before I make, anything. They're going to the Eastern Conference. They're going to the finals. I don't want to make those assumptions just yet. But yeah, guys, that's my thoughts on the James Harden trade. Hopefully everything goes well for them. I'll be bringing more basketball news. My next video will be on Golden State and what I think of their season so far. So yeah, guys, make sure you check that out. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button and come back and check back for more.